And that is ABC 7 News at 4 for today. We thank you for joining us. I'm Linda Yu.
I'm Joel Daly. Now the news at 5. Here are Diane and Ellen.
Joel, Linda, thanks very much. Up next here on 7, a pregnant woman shot and killed as she crosses a South Side street. Tonight, police are searching for her killer.
Also coming up, we'll learn more about the victim of a tragic accident at the train station at Randolph Street. Relatives talk about their grief tonight.
We'll also find out how you can own a piece of the United Center, some of the best seats in the house.
And everybody's heard those wedding horror stories. Now there's a way to make it a happy occasion. Some couples can be insured against disaster. Those stories and much more coming up at 5.
Help the Leukemia Research Foundation.
Run or walk in the Jim Gibbons Memorial 5K the evening of June 19th.
Call 847-982-1022.
We'll see you there.
Need a new engine? Pep Boys has over 1,200 quality engines, car, light truck, import, or domestic, all with a 12-month unlimited mileage warranty. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
What's new? Just see what your Mercury dealer has for you now.
Now, Mercury Villager has exciting 1% APR financing for up to 48 months or $2,000 cash back. Villager's the minivan that drives like a car and now has 2 great offers. And look at this, the powerful Mercury Mountaineer with a standard V8. There's exciting things happening at your Mercury dealer, like Villager's 1% APR or $2,000 cash back. But hurry.
Maybe it is time to imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury now.
Are you trying to consolidate some debt but still waiting for an answer on your loan? The longer you wait, the more you keep paying. Hi, I'm Dan Marino. Don't wait any longer. Call First Plus Financial today at 1-800-510-PLUS and get an answer before you hang up. If you're a homeowner, First Plus can help you consolidate all your credit cards and other loans into one low monthly payment. And the interest may be tax deductible. There's no application fees. So what are you waiting for? Call First Plus at 1-800-510-PLUS.
Hey, Chicagoland, reward yourself instantly with your Harrah's Gold Card at our new rewards machine. Use your rewards for cash, dining, and more. The choice is yours.
ABC 7 News, the Chicago area's #1 news, with Alan Kraszewski, Diane Burns, Jerry Tad, and Mark Giangreco.
We're beginning tonight with a tragedy on the city's south side. Gunfire rings out from a car at 60th and Indiana. A bullet strikes an innocent victim as she's simply crossing the street. The woman, who happened to be pregnant, is murdered. And tonight, police are searching for suspects. The victim's name is Keisha Peebles, just 20 years old.
Well, tonight, investigators are working to find out who fired the shot that killed Peebles and her unborn baby. They're also asking questions to figure out what set off the violence and brought on such a devastating series of events. ABC 7's Judy Garcia has a live report from Area 1 Police Headquarters. Judy?
Diane, Peebles was planning to give birth to a baby later this year. That baby will never be born because Keisha Peebles was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Keisha Peebles celebrated her 20th and last birthday on May 20th.
Someone came to my door and told me that my daughter had been shot. And she was at Cook County Hospital. And I went out there, and when I got there, she was dead on arrival.
Keisha was shot in the 5900 block of Indiana, not far from her own home.
Keisha wasn't a gangbanger. She wasn't gang-related at all. She wasn't gang-related at all.
According to police, she was walking across this street when she was shot, then made it into this doorway. Police say they believe the shooting was random. Area residents say gunfire here is common. The investigation continues while Keisha Peebles' family grieves.
The last moment that I saw her was about 6 o'clock yesterday evening. The pain is a real incredible. It's worse than having a child to me when you lose a child.
Keisha's family has had to deal with violent tragedy before. In 1993, her brother was apparently strangled to death. Now the family is grieving over Keisha's death. Police here at Area 1 say that they believe this was a random shooting, although it may have been gang-related because there have been an increase in gang shootings recently. Reporting live from Area 1 Police Headquarters, Judy Garcia, ABC 7 News. Diane, back to you.
Judy, thank you. At this hour, police are trying to determine whether the murders of 2 women on the south side have anything to do with each other. Both of the women were found dead in abandoned buildings. One woman was discovered at 118th in Michigan, the other in the 7900 block of South Manistee. Investigators say 29-year-old Tamiko Goltney was stabbed a number of times. Her throat was also slashed. Neighbors heard some commotion in the vacant building and called police. The dead woman has 4 children. Relatives want her killer caught.
Got what they want. They didn't have to kill her. They didn't have to kill her.
Investigators also have no suspects in the death of 36-year-old Michelle Stevenson, found in a building on the far south side. Apparently, both of the women may have been raped.
Investigators tonight are still trying to figure out how a woman got down to the track level at the Randolph Street station yesterday. And 38-year-old Rosetta Prendergast of Schererville, Indiana, was hit and killed as a South Shore commuter train was pulling out of the station. Officials from the Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District returned to the scene today. They were there to inspect the tracks and also to talk to commuters who may have possibly seen the woman get between the cars of that train. ABC 7's Lauren Cohn's in the newsroom now with more on the victim of a very tragic accident. Lauren?
Alan, Rosetta Prendergast was devoted to her family. She leaves behind 2 girls, ages 7 and 5, and her youngest, a 2-year-old boy. She is remembered by her husband, her family, and friends as a loving and caring woman. Dan Prendergast comforts his children outside their Schererville home. He clings to them as he faces the loss of his wife, Rosetta Prendergast.
Beautiful woman. Worked and try to help meet ends meet, you know, and just shock. Here today and gone tomorrow, you know. People don't take people for granted. They all love who they got, I'm telling you, because I'll tell you what, you don't know what you have and what you got, I'll tell you what, until they're gone.
Rosetta Prendergast worked as a part-time secretary for Leo Burnett in downtown Chicago. She also worked here at Italiani's restaurant in Merrillville, which is close to her home. Co-worker and close friend Monica Ikia spoke with Rosetta last week.
It's so unexpected. I just feel so bad for her family because of her 3 young kids. They're very young, and that's what I hurt more for her kids, that now they're left without a mom.
Friends and family expressed to me today how sad they are and how much Rosetta Prendergast will be missed. A devoted mother, wife, and daughter, she touched the lives of so many people, and she was loved by so many people. Live in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Cohn for ABC 7 News. Alan?
Lauren, thanks. A Chicago-based consumer group is facing a federal probe tonight over its financial dealings. Illinois Citizen Action has offices in this Loop building, and it also raises money across the country to fund its lobbying efforts. Well, tonight, the group confirms that federal agents have questioned its executive director, Robert Kramer. Kramer seen here during a news conference some time ago. The questions concern accounts that the organization maintains at various banks, including one account that was overdrawn by nearly $1 million. Well, in a statement tonight, Illinois Citizen Action responds that the transactions in question will not involve any financial loss for the banks involved, nor did the transactions involve any misappropriation of funds. Robert Kramer happens to be married to State Representative Jan Schakowsky from Evanston. Now, she's one of many people who serve on that group's policy board. In her own statement tonight, she says, "I have never been involved in the administrative or business portion of the organization, but I'm confident that problems, if any, can be quickly resolved in a straightforward manner." Kramer himself is out of town tonight and could not be reached for comment.
A not guilty plea from the suspect in a series of killings, Andrew Urdiales, entered that plea today. He's 33 years old and is accused of killing 3 women here in Illinois. He's also suspected in 5 murders in California. 2 victims were found in Wolf Lake at the Chicago border with Hammond. Urdiales is to be extradited to California after he is tried in Illinois. A suburban ice cream truck driver will not face felony charges for hitting a pedestrian. 37-year-old Greg Gotts was driving the red and white truck that hit and killed 78-year-old Alphonse Barone on the west side yesterday afternoon. He has been charged with striking a pedestrian and leaving the scene of an accident, but police say he apparently did not realize he'd hit the elderly man. Gotts said he was backing the truck up when he hit the man and did not even realize it happened.
The United Center is certainly going to be packed again tomorrow night for Game 2 of the NBA Finals, and if all goes well for the Bulls, well, it could be the last game in the United Center this year. And so Bulls fans are getting a chance to own a piece of the championship season, thanks to an entrepreneur who's putting courtside seats up for sale once the series is over. ABC 7's Frank Matthey tells us all about it.
At the United Center this morning, it was day 2 of the Bulls being held hostage by the media and the media being held hostage by the Bulls. It's one of those can't live with you, can't live without you situations. But there's more going on at the United Center than just the NBA Finals. There are important things to talk about, like chairs. These are the 1997 souvenir playoff chairs. This is where the fancy pants sit, where the famous fannies plop. And yes, they are for sale.
They're actually for sale. This is actually our 3rd annual collectible limited courtside seating.
They are not the chairs that were here for the regular season. These chairs were made specifically for the playoffs. 750 of them. They're the hot seats right behind the bench. And that's why Cohen thinks they're worth a lot of money.
During the Washington series, they were actually $225 plus shipping, handling, and tax. And as the series progressed through the Atlanta series, Miami, and now Utah, the chairs are actually enhanced in value and go up in cost.
And if the Bulls win the championship, what will they sell for?
Well, they probably will be over $400.
By the way, buying one of these chairs does not get you into the game. You just get the chair.
Unfortunately, I can't include that ticket to the game, but you will have a front row seat at your television throughout all next year and for all the future.
750 chairs at an average of about $300 a piece. That's $225,000. But he has to share the profits with the usual suspects. Frank Matthey, ABC 7 News.
Like a set of 6.
Oh,
You
yeah,
okay?
but do you get a security guard at the end of that game?
You're going to
Make
need
sure
it.
to
You're going to need it to get that chair out of there. Mark Shanowski will have more on the Bulls-Jazz matchup a little bit later on.
Well, the camping season, believe it or not, is here. When the News at 5 continues, how to look for a sleeping bag that offers the best protection.
Also, Indiana residents now have some insurance that can help ease the wedding bell blues. And we'll meet some 6th graders with a class project that turned into an award-winning documentary.
Coming up on ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, the home ec class that's prepared 20,000 high school students for real jobs. An unusual partnership between business and educators, cooking up career opportunities tonight.
Who made these children? God, man, science, and who wants to know? It's in the Genesis Code, the novel bestseller by John Case, a book that will thrill you right down to your DNA.
Right now, there's 3 ways to save on America's best-selling full-size car. $1,000 cash, super low-rate financing way below prime, or this incredible family-friendly lease. Hey, you're gonna love your new LeSabre.
So come on in,
driving your new Buick. You're gonna be turning it.
Every 10 seconds or so, a stop sign goes up somewhere in America. And every 30 seconds, a traffic light goes up. It's as hard on your car as it is on you. It's stop and go, stop and go, stop and go driving. Use Pennzoil, formulated for today's stop and go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Get your Pennzoil lube, oil, and filter service today at Grimmer's Service.
Every time I look at my house, I'm reminded of just how great Gurney Mills really is. March '94, JCPenney outlet saved a bundle. June '95, bought one, got the other one free. 9 West Outlet, 9 West Outlet, 9 West Outlet, off 5th, Saxford Avenue Outlet. I had no idea. When I look back to those 200 wonderful stores and all the great deals, I think, if there were no Gurney Mills, I'd be a little upset. Don't miss the 9 West Outlet. Have you been to Gurney Mills this month?
Only from Domino's new pesto crust pizza. Sweet basil, parsley, and garlic baked right into the dough, then sprinkled with Romano cheese all around the crust. Call and get a large one topping, just $9.99.
Domino's, hot wow now.
Chicago Alderman Ed Burke is continuing to face questions tonight about a possible conflict of interest. Now, Burke heads the City Council Finance Committee. He approves the city budget in that role. But as a private attorney, he has sued the city for clients, claiming that the same budget is technically illegal. Well, after today's Finance Committee meeting, ABC 7's Andy Shaw asked Burke about the effect of the controversy on his ability to do that job.
I don't see any effect. Everything that's been said has been answered. There's nothing to it. In fact, the Sun-Times even said in its editorial that I hadn't done anything wrong, so let's change the rules.
Mayor Daley has been critical of Burke on this particular issue, but Daley also says he'd back Burke for re-election if he happens to run again. A representative from the Justice Department is planning on visiting a South Suburban high school. Racial tension has been present at Thornton Fractional High, and the Justice Department is helping school officials there conduct sensitivity training for all the students. There have been several conflicts between black and white students at that school. It's in Lansing.
Well, in tonight's Consumer Corner, about 40 million Americans plan to go camping this year. People who really rough it rely on sleeping bags for a good night's rest. Consumer Reports tested bags filled with polyester. They all retained heat well, but not at the temperatures that were advertised. Testers found that the temperature ratings by the manufacturers actually cannot be trusted. They recommend you buy a bag filled with 100% polyester, not the ones that have mixed insulation. More on sleeping bags coming up on the news tomorrow morning at 5:30. Well, as you know, weddings can be very expensive. Indiana residents can take out a little bit of insurance to make sure that just in case things don't run smoothly, they don't lose that much. Wedding insurance comes to the Hoosier State. For about a premium of $150, a married couple can be protected from caterers who forget, rip-off schemes, and most wedding disasters. But there's one thing it does not cover, and that is cold feet.
That would be a good one to have, actually. The school year is winding down, of course. It's been an award-winning time for a group of students at the Nightingale Elementary School. They've been honored for their skills in video making and storytelling. And ABC 7's Harry Porterfield thinks there's some students you should know.
For 6 students from the Nightingale School on Chicago's southwest side, New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel is an experience they'll never forget. It was there the 6th graders received a top national award from Panasonic's Kid Witness News for their video profile of a local hero. The documentary was put together in the media room at the school and was entitled American Hero, Eddie Beard.
The Inner Voice Veterans Transition House was started in 1994 for the purpose of helping veterans who were homeless, unemployed, or had a substance abuse problem. In talking to Eddie, we found not only a veteran who was a hero, but a man who was a hero every day of his life.
People think that, like Michael Jordan, that he's a superhero. We were just trying to get somebody that was regular that could be a hero too.
This facility is one of a number of programs operated by the Inner Voice Incorporated, an organization founded by the Reverend Robert Johnson.
I feel that those kids really did a great service to the organization by profiling us, giving us a little notoriety.
Eddie, how long have you been a house director?
I'm glad I had a chance to do it. My parents are really proud of me, and they hope I keep doing this.
Eddie, you're our hero.
The 6th grade video team at the Nightingale School. Some award winners you should know. Diane, Alan?
You might see them right here in not too long.
That's right.
Nice work.
Thanks, Harry. Well, something good finally happens after that flooding in North Dakota in the spring. The disaster closed a hospital in Grand Forks, so Cheryl Adams had to find another place to give birth to triplets. Well, nuns in Fargo decided to let her spend the days leading up to the big one at the convent so she could be fully rested. A few days ago, she moved to a hospital and did give birth. The 2 boys have to stay there a bit longer, but the girl, whose name is Serenity, is going home.
Hopefully Serenity will be an appropriate name, right? Let's check in with Kathy Brock now with a look at what's coming up tonight at 6.
Alan, Diane, arrest has been made in Tennessee in a string of murders similar to the Palatine restaurant murders. We'll have the late details. Also, dramatic undercover videotape. The federal government says that this tape shows Chicago Alderman Jesse Evans taking a bribe. We'll have details tonight at 6. Also, police say the movie Natural Born Killers inspired a group of thieves to go on a robbery spree in the northern suburbs. Those stories and much more coming up tonight on the news at 6. Alan, Diane?
Thanks, Kathy. Right. Well, a new high-speed super ferry is shuttling passengers around Great Britain. It's called Discovery, and it's operating between the UK and the Netherlands. Discovery is billed as the fastest, most comfortable ferry in the world. It fits 1,500 passengers and travels from Britain to the Netherlands in about 3.5 hours. That's half of the time it takes normally on a regular old ferry. See? So now you know. you have someplace to go.
You can take it from here to Michigan City, you know, and go back and forth.
Just our luck there'd be some bad storm coming or something. It would make it kind of ugly.
Yeah, the weather has been kind of terrible.
Yeah, it's been
Although it's actually turned out pretty nice this afternoon. We got some sunshine and
about time.
Temperatures a little bit warmer.
But it's June. It should be
I
like
know.
old hat.
It should be about 85. And we don't have any 85 in the forecast, but we do have temperatures in the 70s over the next couple of days. Again, it'll be cooler near the lake tomorrow, but after that, it looks a little better. Our high today officially at O'Hare 69, but it's only made it to 62 along the lakefront, so that's well off the normal high of 76. Currently, 62 at the lake, 63 Gary, 69 Midway and O'Hare, 70 in Beecher, 69 in Aurora. The wind northeast at 16, directly off the water. The water temperature now 56 degrees. It's in the 70s out to the west of us, and we should be warming up a little bit during the day tomorrow. We started off cloudy, but you can see how these clouds are sliding off, and we have an area of bright sunshine in northeastern Illinois, and we'll keep fair skies tonight. We do have a couple of showers out to the west. They're moving very slowly, and there's actually high pressure moving in from the north. So these showers should dissipate and slide down to the south. Tomorrow we could see a few thunderstorms out here, but not around Chicago. So this system is really not moving in our direction. It's kind of spinning to the southeast. Here's the big, slow-moving storm system that we had over the weekend and yesterday and today, and it continues to rain in portions of Ohio and Pennsylvania. Some areas have had 4 to 5 inches of rain there. This slowly moving to the east, but very slowly. They'll still see some showers during the day tomorrow and even a few thunderstorms. But for us, high pressure moving in, and we will be mostly sunny tomorrow. This next system will give us some rain late in the week, probably late Friday into early Saturday. 102 in Phoenix right now, 84 in Dallas. It's 81 in Bismarck, North Dakota. Now, doesn't that kill you? Bismarck, North Dakota, it's 81, and it's 69 here in Chicago. And they're going to be in the 80s again tomorrow. We will make it into the 70s inland, but once again only in the 60s near the lake. Tonight, partly cloudy, cool, 52 for a low on a light northeast wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a little bit warmer, 74 inland, but with the northeast wind, still cooler, 62 near the lake. Then on Thursday, up to 76, partly sunny. Friday, mostly cloudy. We could see showers and thunderstorms developing during the day on Friday into Friday night and Saturday morning. And Saturday's high only 70, but then we get dry for Sunday with a high of 73. So temperatures still actually averaging below normal over the next 5 days.
And by the lake, probably a lot worse.
Well, tomorrow it's going to be cool again near the lake.
Yeah, about a month ago it seemed like we were saying. You
need to move about 60 miles west.
60 miles west. Oh, I think you got to move to Minnesota. It seems like they're getting all the decent weather.
Yeah, they've had temperatures, 75 in Minneapolis, and we're sitting at 60.
They'll just drive to your house.
But the killer is North Dakota. When North Dakota is 20 degrees warmer than we are,
shouldn't be.
You know something's wrong.
Well, but they pay for it during the winter.
Yeah. Well, we're suffering from that greenhouse global warming, right?
Or the shuttle, perhaps.
Explain that one, Jerry.
Yeah, right.
Some volcano somewhere.
Well, tonight at 10, what happens when a spark ignites in a distillery with 1 million bottles of whiskey? Well, there it is right there. You get a big old fire. Incredible pictures tonight at 10 after NYPD Blue.
Yes, you do. Many people can still enjoy the thrill of competing in a sport when they become senior citizens.
But when you think of hockey, you don't actually think of too many people 77 years old still charging down the ice. That story a bit later.
And I'm Mark Shanowski. Coming up in sports, the Bulls and Jazz subjected to another day of media interrogation at the United Center, but they didn't talk about the weather. We'll have the latest on the NBA Finals.
Today's weather is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, a participating advertiser. See your local Ford dealer today and see why there's more to afford.
Carrying gear or hauling the family, there's a Ford Explorer for you. And buying one just got easier at your Ford dealer. Because now you have a choice that can save you thousands. Want a low APR? For the first time ever, get 4.8 financing for up to 48 months. Need a longer term? It's easy. Choose 5.9 financing for up to 60 months. Want a great selection? You got it. Save on every new Explorer model in stock. 4.8 for 48 or 5.9 for 60. This is a limited time offer. Get to your favorite Ford dealer today.
Now you can buy a house without a lot of money up front. With a HUD home, your down payment could be as little as a few months' rent. Just call 1-800-767-4HUD and see something grow every year other than your rent.
Everything looks better when it's free, like cable. It's positively irresistible when there's free installation. Just call this new toll-free number, 1-888-4BEST-TV, to get dozens of channels of news, sports, fun, and more. Plus, you'll get an awesome discount on the most popular premium channels. So don't just stand there. Installation's free. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV. But hurry, nothing this good lasts forever.
Give them the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle. Though you are stiffer than a girder, they'll let you get away. Razzle-dazzle 'em, and they'll make you a star.
6 weeks only, July 16th through August 24th at Schubert Theater. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster or charged by phone.
For graduations, weddings, and Father's Day this June, Circuit City has a gift for everybody. All Sony boomboxes and portable CD players are on sale. Like this Sony Discman, just $69.99. This Zenith VCR with remote is only $129.99. This JVC VHS-C camcorder is a low $399.99. And this Sharp 3-disc mini audio system is only $149.99. And pick up Jerry Maguire for only $14.95. Circuit City, you can't get a lower price. We guarantee it.
Here's Phil. You just sort of have to stand around the United Center and wait for a story to hit you.
Well, I think the people that were at the United Center weren't waiting at all. They were charging Phil and Michael and Scotty waiting for answers.
You got a day in between here. You got to talk about something.
We've got to wait until the end of the season to get the definitive answers, but everyone's going to try to push the envelope just a little bit. An extra day off between games means more questions from the ever-growing mob of national media, most of them regarding the future of Bulls coach Phil Jackson and the team's 3 biggest stars. Somewhere in this mass of humanity, Michael Jordan is telling reporters no, he has not asked the Bulls for $36 million to play next season. And Phil Jackson said no, he has not met with Jerry Reinsdorf to talk about his future. But there were some questions about the game, like how will Scottie Pippen's injured foot affect his performance tomorrow?
I can sit here now and say that, I look forward to trying to push the ball a lot better than I did. But, you never can tell till you get on the court. From a running standpoint, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to push and do the things that I can do for the ball club.
First game of the Bulls are looking for more vocal support from the home crowd tomorrow night. But Michael Jordan realizes why the fans are a bit slow to get involved.
If they are laid back, it's part because of what we've done over the years. We set such high expectations, and we've kind of spoiled a lot of people around here, but I don't mind that. Hopefully we can continue to spoil the city of Chicago.
On the other side, Utah reserve Greg Foster made a big impression with 3 quick baskets in Game 1. Yes, that's the same Greg Foster who started the 94-95 season here in Chicago, and he does think about what might have been.
I always think about it. I think about it sometimes. I try not to look back. I'm trying to look forward and having fun with this situation. But obviously, when you look back at it, it's a natural feeling to look back and say, hey, wow, I could have been a part of this.
Would you get any special satisfaction in beating Chicago in the finals because they let you go? Or is this the showcase like this? I guess you don't need extra motivation.
You don't need extra motivation, but I'm not going to lie to you and say no. I'd be happy to beat the Bulls.
Well, can you believe the Cubs had a chance to pull within 3 games of first place by beating Pittsburgh this afternoon? That's after an 0-14 start. Unbelievable in the NL Central. Former Sox manager Gene Lamont has the young Pirates in first, but Gene earned an early exit today after this 4th-inning argument. Cubs trailed 1-0 in the 3rd when Scott Service drilled his 5th home run of the year, but that was the only run the home team would manage off Steve Cook this afternoon. Steve Traxel pitched well, but this RBI double by Jose Guillen put the Pirates in front. They went on to win the game this afternoon 3-1. The Cubs now trail Pittsburgh by 5 full games. Terry Bevington hoping the Sox could avoid a 4-game sweep in Milwaukee last night. The Brewers nursed a 3-2 lead in the 8th when Dave Martinez ripped a shot off the foul pole. That's a 3-run homer. Milwaukee retied the game at 5, but then rookie Mike Cameron came through with a 2-out, 2-run triple off Doug Jones in the 9th inning. Sox win it 8-5. They'll play at Cleveland tonight. Lyle Mouton just sliding in safely there. Not bad. The Sox picked shortstop Jason DeLaro in today's first round of the baseball draft, while the Cubs took high school pitcher John Garland. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight between Detroit and Philadelphia. The Red Wings won the opening game on Saturday, and the Washington Capitals fired their head coach, Jim Schoenfeld. Now to Paris, Steffi Graf in the near court playing Amanda Kutzer in fourth-round play at the French Open. Graf never really got on track, losing in straight sets. It's the third time Kutzer has beaten Graf this season. Defending men's champion Yevgeny Kafelnikov also was upset. And finally, back to Milwaukee. There's a good reason why Doug Jones gave up those ninth-inning runs last night. You see, he never really recovered from the old around-the-horn toss after striking out Paco Martin. Doug Jones